How's it going, guys? It's Marcus. The reveal of Pink Diamond being Rose Quartz, whether you dislike the idea of it or not, is one of the biggest and most talked about topics related to the Steven Universe in arguably the past year when we were going into the Wanted special. And I do want to say thank you guys for the support on my most recent video as well, and I would like to welcome the new subscribers that have found my channel within the past couple days of that video being up. It means a whole lot to me. This video honestly did amazing view-wise, and I'm really grateful. And now, even though I was one of the people who didn't really like the twist of Rose being Pink Diamond, I'm still in love with the show, don't get me wrong. At the time of scripting that video, I thought I had all my thoughts collected pretty well, but looking back on it, I definitely could have not only said more, but worded some of my statements that were already in the video a little bit better. Regardless, this twist didn't ruin the show for me or anything. I still love the series as a whole. I just didn't like the mystery being resolved this one because of what it did to not only Rose's character, but it also created some weird convoluted plot holes, such as the human zoo even existing, and how Pink Diamond was able to change her gemstone completely. I'm still not sure if it was a shape-shifting thing or completely changing the gemstone because their gemstones were both in the belly button area to begin with, so it's not like when Pearl shapeshifted into Rose and she still had her original Pearl gem on her forehead. I'm getting off track here, but it's still really odd to me. But one thing I am looking forward to is how other characters related to gem culture or just to Rose in general are going to react to Rose and Pink Diamond being the same quote-unquote person or being. By the looks of it, Sapphire is going to be the first character tackled in the cast. After a single Pale Rose finished airing, a brief promo of the next episode was shown, and it showed Garnet unfusing from the stress of learning Rose's Pink Diamond. Sapphire then screamed, "She lied to us!" and beamed herself out of the temple to God knows where. This is definitely something good that came out of the whole Rose's Pink Diamond stuff. In my eyes, Rose/Pink Diamond was made out to be a much more selfish character, but because of this, we get to see more internal character conflicts, and Sapphire will be the first. When it comes to major or fairly major conflicts related to the Crystal Gem team, we've seen just about everybody except Sapphire get truly emotional over a certain situation. I guess you could argue that Sapphire was upset about the Sardonyx thing, but nowhere near as upset as Ruby was. Sapphire never showed any emotional distress or reactions to the Sardonyx stuff. She was keeping super calm for the most part and kept telling Ruby to just wait it out until, you know, this whole thing blows over, just give it time. Amethyst has had multiple issues as well, with self-hatred about being made in the prime kindergarten, as well as not being built like a normal Amethyst after Jasper antagonizing her and Crack the Whip, Beta, and Earthlings. Pearl as well with her jealousy of Greg and having to deal with Pink Diamond being gone. God, it's gonna take me a bit to get used to them being the same entity. Like, I'm not sure if I should call her Rose or Pink Diamond at this point. Like, what do I call her? I mean, Rose was technically her most recent identity, so I guess it makes more sense to call her Rose, but it's just still weird. But like I was saying, these conflicts that I mentioned are just the surface of the stuff the Gems have had to deal with. You know, and it really makes me excited to see Sapphire being, you know, vocally upset about Rose and Pink Diamond being the same, to the point where she just ditched the temple. You know, we've never really seen the side of her. The rest of the squad is obviously going to be searching for her, but I'm curious to see how Sapphire will be calmed down. I feel like either Pearl or Ruby will be the one to resolve the situation to get Sapphire to understand, I guess. To get Sapphire to understand, you know, why Pink Diamond did this. I'm on board with Sapphire totally as of right now being tilted, but maybe Pearl or Ruby could get me to change my mind along with Sapphire whenever this episode airs. You know, there's no way Sapphire is going to be gone forever. She's going to come back for sure, but the question is still how. And the reason I feel like it will either be Ruby or Pearl is because in Pearl's case, she was the only other gem who knew that Rose was Pink Diamond for thousands and thousands of years. So although it's assumed the she Sapphire was referring to in the promo was Pink Diamond, in a sense the she could be referring to Pearl as well, since Pearl kept the secret from her fellow team members. Although it wasn't necessarily Pearl's fault because Pink Diamond somewhat forced Pearl into silence about the matter for all this time, Sapphire probably isn't thinking straight because of this major information being dropped on her out of nowhere. As for Ruby, Ruby is the closest gem to Sapphire. They're damn near the perfect match because they stay fused as Garnet almost 24/7. Ruby didn't know about Rose being Pink Diamond either, but just judging by the short promo, it seems like Ruby is going to, you know, play the calm half in this episode instead of Sapphire usually being the calm half, and that is definitely going to be cool to see. You know, it's a nice little change of pace, you know, flip-flopping the roles. Don't get me wrong, it's funny to see Ruby when she gets all hot-headed, but I like how this episode seems like it's, you know, going to be following the Keystone Motel episode, but Ruby and Sapphire's roles will be reversed in a way. That was one of the best episodes in Season 2 for me as well. But hey, even if this next episode is similar to the Keystone Motel when it comes to the roles of Ruby and Sapphire, this doesn't necessarily mean the conflict with Sapphire will be completely resolved in just this episode. Technically speaking, it took 5 5 episodes for the conflict of Pearl lying to Garnet to be resolved, and that's including the episode where it pretty much began, Cry for Help. It would be interesting to see the Sapphire conflict follow that similar route. Another character in particular I want to see react to all this is Greg Universe. Although Greg was never really educated about gem culture and the Gem War stuff all that much, he was still Rose's husband and had a child with her. So for Greg to find out that his wife wasn't technically who she said she was, I feel like it's going to be causing him some major emotional stress. Like, Greg damn near got catfished IRL. That's actually fucking wild. Where's Max and Nev? Call him. Greg got catfished. But with Greg being not very educated on the gem culture, Gem War stuff, like I said before, I can see him getting over the whole thing quicker than Sapphire. You know, Greg loved Rose for sure. She was his wife and they have been through a lot together. But Sapphire had been alongside Rose for thousands of years, fought alongside her on the battlefield, and changed her entire outlook on fusion and life in general, damn near. Amethyst doesn't necessarily have any issues with it because she emerged from the Prime Kindergarten after the war finished, so she's similar to Greg in the sense where she's not super familiar with what happened with the gems in the past. Of course, Amethyst and Rose were close, but they didn't have the same history as Rose did with Pearl and Garnet, plus Greg was her husband. So, to me, it seems like he's the most logical choice after Sapphire when it comes to, you know, the Pink Diamond is Rose reactions. Now, I'm not going to delve too deep into other characters' reactions to this because I don't think they're going to be tackled right away, but I think it's safe to assume we'll see the reactions from just about all the other major gem characters we've met in the series so far. If Season 5 is still only going to be 26 episodes, and there's only 8 episodes left in the season, and the aftermath of the audience as well as other characters finding out the truth seems to be what the direction the remainder of Season 5 will take. And I'm honestly pretty intrigued to see everyone's initial reactions to this, I really am. It is going to be some pretty interesting stuff. But I think that's going to be it for this video, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I also have a Discord server if you guys would like to join. The link for that will be in the description down below. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Peace out, take care, bye-bye.